Exciting fossil discovery in NSW Opal field suggests Australia's age of monotremes. Australian scientists have unearthed an extraordinary prehistoric creature dubbed the Echidnapus, believed to have roamed the ancient lands of Australia. Officially named Opalius splendens, this bizarre species has sparked significant interest due to its resemblance to modern-day platypuses and echidnas, the one-day existing egg-laying mammals. The fossilized remains of the echidnappers were discovered in the opal fields of northern New South Wales. Among these remains were pieces of jawbone found alongside fossils of several other extinct monotreme species. This discovery suggests that Australia once experienced an age of monotremes where these rare egg-laying mammals were abundant and dominant. Lead researcher Professor Tim Flannery expressed the significance of the find, comparing it to discovery a whole new civilization. The fossils were originally found around 25 years ago by paleontologist Elizabeth Smith and her daughter Sklytie, who were sifting through discarded material from an opal mine. They donated the specimens, estimated to be about 100 million years old, to the Australian Museum, where they were forgotten in a drawer until about 2 years ago. Professor Flannery, a mammologist, came across these bones and quickly recognized them as belonging to ancient monotremes. Among the remains were bones from the already known Steropodon galami, an ancestor of the platypus, which had a shorter, stumpier, and toothier appearance. However, other bone fragments were unfamiliar, leading Dr. Flannery and his team to identify three previously unknown species. The new species, Opalius splendens, exhibits a unique combination of features. Its overall anatomy resembles that of platypus, but its jaw and snout have characteristics more akin to an echidna. Professor Chris Helgen, director of the Australian Museum Research Institute and co-author of the study, highlighted the uniqueness of these features, noting that they have not been seen in any living or fossil monotremes before. Opal fossils are rare, and those of monotremes are even more so, making this discovery particularly significant. Elizabeth Smith, who originally found the fossils, described them as a revelation. These findings increase the known number of monotreme species that once inhabited Lightning Ridge, an area that was called wet forest bordering a vast inland sea to 6. Smith emphasized the importance of this discovery, noting that it reveals a time when Australia was home to a diverse range of furry egg-laying mammals, long before it became dominated by marsupials. It seems that 100 million years ago, there were more monotremes at Lightning Ridge than anywhere else on Earth, past or present, she said. Despite the excitement surrounding these findings, some experts urge caution. Flinders University paleontologist Rodwell stated that while the discovery is significant, more evidence is needed to confirm whether Australia once hosted a multitude of monotremes comparable to the later diversity of marsupials. The study's author hope the research will encourage more funding and targeted excavations in the region to further explore Australia's prehistoric monotreme fauna. Thanks.